Sorry if I say anything goofy.
Nope, you're good. I trust you. Okay, so for all of you guys who don't know or don't recognize or whatever, we have our guest speaker tonight. It's Ashley Mirth. She's an ambassador diamond on Jade's team. She actually joined like a month before I did, and I have watched her pretty much since I started, and then we've become really good friends through this business. So I asked her to be on and tell a little bit of her story. So Ashley, can you tell everybody where you're from, when you joined, and just a little bit about like your story, why you came to It Works and everything.
Aiming at that. For sure. And I say that steal him and take him. And every time I see Sarah, I'm like, give me your baby. We've grown so close. Me and him, not me and Sarah. No, I'm just joking. But anyways, right, like Sarah said, I started about a month before her. So I started in February of 2014. Feels like yesterday. So a little like preface is that I am technically a teen mom, which is weird because I was married, but I got married really young. I'm crazy, okay? And I had my son when I was 18, and it's kind of funny because when we had Trace, we like did really good. We had lots of money in the savings. We were doing good. I stayed home mostly. I still worked here and there, and it wasn't until we had our daughter that things started to get tough. And it's kind of ironic because we were doing all the right things, taking all the right steps, and all of the bad things were just rolling in at once. You know, when it rains, it pours. We had my daughter, and she was sick. She went straight to the NICU, and she spent a couple weeks in the NICU. So there was time off that Joey wasn't prepared to take from work. So that put us in the hole, okay? And then he went back to work, and it was, I think, a week after he went back to work, he got a call from his dream job as a firefighter, and they said, hey, you've got the job. So him and his boss are like, okay, let's cut ties here. And then the job called back later that night, and they said, oh, you start in a month. So here Joey is, unemployed, after taking off extra time for our sick daughter, unemployed, we're already broke, and we're like, what are we going to do? Okay, I just remember crying, thinking, what are we going to do? He picked up some shifts at the ambulance, and we just tried to do the best we could do. I'll never forget having to empty my kids' college fund. I mean, I think it was $300 we had in there. We did not have a lot in there, but I was really proud that we were taking the right steps, and we had to empty it. It was heartbreaking. And that's about the time that Joey started looking for stuff for me to do. This was a huge slap in the face because we both wanted me to be home, but the fact that he was looking for something for me to do from home was like, hello, wake up, do something, find a way to stay home and to make money. I talked to somebody with It Works, and I told her no. This girl, she was like, this is pretty fun. You can make a few $100s in the summer when it's busy. And I was like, look, I'm not interested in just making a few $100s, maybe here and there. Like I need to make money. So I kind of put it all on the back burner. And then I saw this post in a mommy page about some chick I didn't know, paying off a credit card and buying a new car and making this money from home. And I messaged her, and it was Jade, okay? And Jade said, she said, okay, I'm making $1,000 a month as an emerald. She was a ruby promoting to emerald as an emerald, and I'm doing it from home. And I said, hold on, you're making $1,000 every single month from your phone? She's like, yeah, it's so easy. You want to come do it with me? I'll never forget. Sarah, you probably remember this too. They used to say, these wraps sell like hotcakes. These wraps sell like hotcakes. And I'll just never forget her saying that. I was like, okay, I will try it. We had to move, so it was like a week before I started. But I got my tax returns. I paid off my maxed out credit card. And then I used that credit card to sign right back up. So I put money right back on it. And I had no idea what I was doing. I had just moved from where we had lived for the past, oh my gosh, 5 years. We've been married for a long time. I can't keep it straight anymore. 5 years, and we moved, and I had no idea what I was doing. I was literally just copying and trying to do what everybody else was doing, and I had no experience. In fact, I hated using social media. I never was on social media. I didn't have an Instagram. I had Facebook, but I basically just like watched people on it. And I did not want to sell things because I'm very yellow. So I'm not good at asking people for something. I'm very good at giving, but I'm not good at asking. And I was kind of terrified, but I jumped in because what was more terrifying to me was watching my husband work the 4 jobs he was working, being gone 4 days at a time, missing his whole life. It was more terrifying for me to think about going back to work, about trying to find somebody to watch my kids, and then to bring home $200 a month after daycare, after gas, after all of those things. That was more terrifying to me. So I just jumped into it blind, and I just started posting. I've built my entire business off of social media. I have had parties that I have signed a few people up with, and I've had opportunity meetings, but I do all of my work on social media with Facebook and with Instagram. I started Instagram when I started this business, and it was really cool because this was like right when Instagram was even becoming a thing. And I remember like I started signing up customers from it, and no idea what I was doing, you guys. Like, I didn't use Instagram. I didn't take pictures of myself. I hated Instagram because I thought it was for people who loved themselves way too much and just wanted to post pictures of themselves all day, okay? And I just went for it. It was just talking to people and not knowing. It was ignorance on fire. And I love the fact that it was ignorance on fire, because I 100% believe that ignorance on fire is always, always better than knowledge on ice. Everything out to the point of not working. I started and I watched my videos, and I read the policies and procedures and the compensation plan. Like, I read these things, but I read them so I could see the work I was doing, so I could see how it was going to affect me in my pay and in the long run. I didn't overthink it. I wasn't worried about trying all the products first and reading the ingredients. I just wanted to work and sign people up so I could make money for my family. 4 months into my business, I promoted to Diamond, and Joey probably quit one of his jobs around then. He had 4 jobs, okay? The second job came soon after, and then he was working the last 2 jobs for most of the other time. But within a year, I went presidential diamond. 100%, I believe that was manifesting. I just knew in my heart from like 6 months in, I was like, I can go presidential by the time I'm in 1 year. Like, I just knew it. And it's very powerful what manifesting can do. I know that's not what this is about, but I think it's very, very powerful. And 60 months in, I went ambassador diamond. I don't know how. It was ignorance on fire. It was just working and staying focused and having a vision and having a team catch the vision too. And it was just fire. It was just fire all around. And here I am 3.5 years later, and I feel like there's no stopping me. There's no stopping anything. I just know every time I like think about like anything with like money. If I'm like, okay, 10 years down the road, like I have to buy a car for my son, I'm like, oh my gosh, cars are so expensive. Automatically, the first thing I say is, who cares? I'm going to be a black diamond. Like, there's so much more to come, and I'm just so excited for it. I think I blab too much. I'm sorry, Sarah. I do that. I'm not good at speaking.
No, you're good. I like just tell everything. Most of these girls are, a year and a half or less in the business. So, I love your story and how you build your business, and you just have such like, it's so funny because we're very, very familiar with Jade and Jade's personality. And I just love how you're like completely the opposite of Jade, but you're also an ambassador diamond. You're also a top income earner. You have this incredible team, and it's really, really cool seeing different personality types who
Right.
find
Me,
success.
me and Jade are very, very different. And we even built our business like we both did it on social media, but we did it very differently. We have different approaches. We talk to people differently. We post differently. We do it all differently. I am, like I said, I'm very yellow. So I'm very giving. I love to work with my team. I love to be there to answer questions all day long. And I mean, I prefer to do that over work my own business. No, I don't not work my business. I work my business. I'm very self-motivated, but I love to help my team work their business. I love to answer their questions. And, you know, that's my strength. And I think it's very powerful to know that you don't have to be like Jade Hooper. You don't have to be like Sarah Niermann. You don't have to be like Ashley Mirth. You can be you. You can be you and have your values and your beliefs and your strengths and be successful in this. You don't have to be anybody else. Everybody is so different. You know, we see all of these top leaders and like they're perfect. I mean, let's just talk about Alyssa Billieu, okay? You look at her page and she looks like this picture perfect person. She's always gorgeous. Her pictures are always perfect. Like I can't take that kind of picture if I tried. And I know because I try all the time. And it just doesn't work. I'm not that person. But the sooner that you realize you are who you are and you just embrace it and you love it and you find empowerment with that, that's when you're going to take off, because finally you're not looking left and you're not looking right. You're looking at what's right in front of you. That's you. That's what you have to work with. And once you realize that, that's when you can go to the next level, because you're not trying to be somebody else. Don't be anybody else. The world doesn't need that.
Yeah. So I know I told you what I was going to ask you, but I'm going to ask you something different. And especially coming away from the boot camp this weekend, and I feel like they really were talking about embracing your personality and loving who you are and where you're at and the process. So I have a lot of up and coming leaders on my team who are just starting to grow their teams, and they don't really know how to best support them. And I'm a red. So I am very much just like head down, I work, and you can like come along for the ride and keep up if you want to. And I'm going to share with you what I'm doing. And you just have such a different leadership style. So can you, and like I'm only really good at coaching my team how I lead. So can you talk a little bit about how you help your team be successful, like what you do to support them?
I love leadership talk because I feel like it's like my strengths because I'm so yellow. You're right. You know, I've learned to be more red in this business. And there are some things that like you can't chase somebody. That is first and foremost. You cannot make somebody work. You can't. Like that comes from within. At the same time, your success comes from within. But what I love to do, I think that the stronger the connection between you and the person you enrolled, between you and that teammate, the stronger the am I beeping?
Sorry, no, that was mine.
Oh, okay. The stronger that connection, the better you're going to do. This is about so much more than business. This is about your life. I will tell you, Tiffany, this is about your life and your friendships and the people that really, really matter. Okay, so for me, I formed those strong friendships. The people that took me all the way to ambassador, they were people that I became friends with. Well, and my sister. I mean, I don't know if you call that a friend, but these are people that I became friends with. I invested in not just their business, but in their life. So I was a listening ear. You have to have a point where you cannot just be a listening ear. You can't sit there and listen to people vent to you all day long, but it's okay to sit there and listen to their life, listen to what they want. You talk about what their goals are and where they want to go, where they want to take this business and how they plan on doing it. And then whenever they're talking bad, when they're talking down on themselves, about their fears, about I can't do this and that, that's when you have to be red. That's when you have to be like Sarah. That's when you have to be like, look, stop doing this to yourself. Stop talking all of this into existence because your focus forms your future, right? So if all you have to talk about with your leader is those negative things, that's all you're going to get. But I'm very connected with my team. Those who do well, I'm more connected with. And it's like ironic because it's not, I don't become more connected with people because they're doing well, but because they come to me and they talk to me, because we form a friendship, because they're excited and they're positive, and because they want to share that excitement and I want to share it with them. That's where the connection comes from. So it doesn't even have to do anything with money, because if you were to ask me, my favorite part about this business is the friendships. I was a stay-at-home mom, right, of 2 kids. I was very lonely. I was very, very lonely. I just had 2 kids. Let's see, Braylon was 6 months old. Trace would have been 4 then. So I had a 4-year-old and a 6-month-old. That's all I interacted with. I was lonely. I started this business and I started creating friendships. And that is the most important part to me in this business. That's where I sound very yellow. But you just, if you can create that connection, I think it's going to create a stronger business. So love on your team, empathize. Yeah, I said that right. Empathize with them. You have to put yourself in their shoes. Okay. You have to think about being new, the fears, and you have to recognize those fears and know that they are legit fears. Just like your kids are scared of the dark or whatever, and you know that it's ridiculous, but it is very real to them. It's something that matters to them. Recognize that it matters to them and tell them that you understand, and then talk about what you can do to get better, what you can do to get past that. Don't ever discount the way somebody's feeling, even if you know it's ridiculous, okay? Because to them, it's not ridiculous. To them, it matters very much, enough so that they're going to talk to you about it, right? Put yourself in their shoes and just encourage them. Sorry, my eyes itch so bad. My allergies are in my eyes really bad. So what was I just saying? Empathize, put yourself in their shoes, talk to them about where they want to go, and encourage them. People want encouragement. They just want to hear, hey, I'm really proud of you for following 20 people. I am really proud of you for that customer. If you see somebody working hard, enrolling a lot, messaging a lot, and interacting a lot, answering questions on the team page, even asking questions, go to them and tell them, hey, I'm really proud of you for doing that. It's kind of silly because it's like going back to kindergarten, right? You write your name right and your teacher's like, that's so good. And then it encourages you to do it more. You do positive reinforcement. I don't know if any of you guys took like sociology or whatever class that was. Positive reinforcement. Tell them good things about what you want. Don't just go at them with the bad, because that's just going to make them shut down. Tiffany, with the red and yellow, it's a color personality thing. You can just Google color personalities and there's tons of information about it. But basically, red is type A personalities, very strong personalities. They love money. I mean, we all love money, right? But they're more money driven. And yellow personalities are very soft and nurturing and giving and like kind of crybabies. I can say that. I'm very good at just talking about my weaknesses. I'm okay with telling you I have a lot of them.
No, I love that. And I know that, like, I'm always trying to be a better leader. And I think that's really part of leadership too, is that you're always just trying to be better. Like, you're never going to be there. You're never going to have everything all figured out, but you're always just going to keep trying. And sometimes you're going to push people away, and sometimes you're going to really be able to form a good connection with people. So I know, very like all red, all business when I first started. And then I tried bringing in a little bit more yellow. And sometimes I'm good about that. And I'm good at connecting with my team and the shout outs and stuff like that. But that's just very unnatural. for me. Like that's just not, it's not my first instinct. So I do have to retrain myself to do that kind of stuff. And as a leader, because your teams are going to be a rainbow, you kind of want to be a rainbow yourself. You definitely want to have a little bit of all the different personality colors in you.
Definitely. And Tiffany, I think she just said that she needed that reminder. I mean, not everybody needs that praise. But when you get it, doesn't it feel really good just to be recognized for what you're doing? And it's not that you need it. You don't need it to push and to work your business. Like, I don't need it to push and work my business. But when I hear it, it only encourages me to do more, right? So you just want to make sure that your team knows that you recognize them, you see their hard work, and you appreciate it. And that's going to make them do it more. It's like getting a paycheck. The more money you make, the more you want to do it. The less money you make, the less you want to do it. It almost doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? That's how it was for me when I waited tables.
Yeah. Yeah, I think especially the recognition thing. And it's something that's so easy to do. Like you should be checking on your team to see how they're doing and if they come to you with questions or if they come to you discouraged. Like I love to shout somebody out who actually comes to me and says, "Hey, I'm frustrated, but I don't want to be frustrated and I want to do something about that." Because that's a really big deal. That somebody came to you and they didn't just say, "I suck and I'm going to quit." They said, like, "I'm not doing what I want to be doing, or I'm not where I want to be, and I would love your help with that." So I love shouting them out for that. I love shouting people out for, getting over an obstacle. Like if somebody didn't believe in them and they had to deal with that kind of thing, and then they overcame that. I love shouting them out for that. And I haven't been good about it in the past couple of months, so this is a really good reminder.
See, we're talking about our weaknesses too.
Yeah.
It's okay to have weaknesses if you recognize them and move past them, right? No, I mean, we all are. We're all human. I forget to shout people out. And when I'm feeling down myself, that's when it's hard. It's hard to shout people out whenever you're down or busy or tired. I mean, we're parents, we're students, we live lives and we're tired and we can only do the best we can do. But I think a reminder is always good. Every victory is an important victory.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Celebrating. Okay. Two more things I wanted to talk about. What is something that you had to overcome to be successful in this business?
Oh my gosh. Do you want to know the biggest thing? Myself. Is that so cliche or what? It's so cliche.
You can't have
But
to do it.
I had to get over myself. I was very terrified of everything. Okay. I am a very big introvert. I have to force myself, as Sarah found out this weekend when we went to the meet and greet. And I was like, these are my least favorite things because I am so introverted. I am not good at getting out there and putting myself in front of people and going to talk to people because like I don't want to bother them. And it's just so much easier for me to stay in my bubble. But we have to get over ourselves. So I went with Sarah to this. Okay, Sarah asked me if I'd go, and I'm like, let's be dates. And I went with her, and I had so much fun. So much fun. I got over myself. I got over myself whenever people were judging me, laughing at me, saying what I did was a scam or whatever. My home, where I live now, there is a Facebook page specifically for Hating It Works. I got over myself. I got over letting them hold me back because I needed this. Whenever I read the quote, it was, gosh, I must have been around Diamond, okay? I used to care what others thought about me until I tried to pay my bills with their opinions. It hit me like a ton of bricks right there. That was all I needed to hear, and I remind myself of that all the time. I had to get over myself and stop caring what they think because it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because they're not paying my bills. A real friend will support you, and that doesn't mean that they'll buy from you or join you. That it means that they want you to succeed in whatever it is that you're doing, if it's legal. And they're going to shut their traps and let you do it. Okay. I still have my best friend from high school. She does not care about this business. She doesn't want products and to do the business with me, but she still talks to me and she still cares about me, and that is a friend. And so I had to really learn to get over myself and let people with sour attitudes hold me back. I had to get over myself when I thought that I couldn't message people. I had to get over myself whenever I thought that I couldn't promote or I couldn't post this. I had to get over myself when I wanted to post about something I've been through and I was too scared. The biggest hurdle you have, no matter what in this business, is yourself. You are the only one that can hold you back, and you are the only one that can push you forward. So decide now, like, what are you going to do, you know?
Yeah. That's so funny that, like, you're from a small town in Missouri, like hundreds and hundreds of miles from where I grew up. But the people in your town were jerks just like the people in my town. And because we had a Facebook group too that was literally just, it was called It Doesn't Work or Does It Not Work or something like
Yeah.
that. And it was literally just them making fun of us and posting fake posts. I'm like, okay, I guess. And it really, really hurt my feelings at first. And I had to get over myself too, because I was like, why do I care about what any of these people think of me? Like, none of them are at a place in their life where I want to be. The people that are where I want to be are Jade and other top leaders in It Works who are building their dream life. So I don't need to deal with that. And I blocked them, or I unfriended them, or I, at the very least, unfollowed them. I got rid of the distraction, and I just did what I needed to do to get where I wanted to be.
Right. And I still live in this town with these people that still hate it. Like, these are people I went to school with.
Yeah.
Just like you, but I'm still here.
Right. Yeah.
I still live here around these people. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, what have they done with their lives?
Yep. Yeah.
You know what? The ones who started the page, they were selling this fake pot stuff. They got caught, busted by the freaking federal FBI agents, and they lost everything. They lost it all. The people who started this page hated on it, saying we don't make any money, and they were over there rolling in dough from drug money. They got caught and shut down, and I'm like, my money's legal, thank you.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yep. And like I go back to my hometown to visit my parents, and I have like my It Works sticker on my window and everything, and I pretty much only wear It Works gear. And there was one weekend I went back to town, and we had like some big town festival, and I wasn't planning on going. And then one of my friends who's not involved with It Works and refuses to be in It Works, she's like, well, come to this festival with me. I was like, I'm gonna have to wear an It Works shirt there. So I hope you're okay being seen with me. And I showed up, and so many people were coming up to me. And this was after I went triple diamond. This was after I was a top income earner. I was named a top recruiter. Like, I had won the free cruise that we were doing. And I show up at this festival, and people were making fun of me. And they're like, so, like, how's It Works going? You still making money? I was like, well, I just paid, like, I just bought my dream car, and I absolutely like pay all my bills with this business. So yeah, it's going really great. Thanks for asking. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to ask is, what is one thing that came out of this business that you never expected?
Definitely the friendships, like I was saying earlier, because I didn't join for friendships, though I needed it because I was so lonely. I joined for money, right? To pay my bills, to take care of my kids so I could stay home. But the friendships, my gosh, just all of these people from all over the world, and they're good people. And we are surrounding ourselves with like-minded people that get it. And for me, that's so powerful. Like, if I had a choice between going to hang out with the people I went to school with or going to an It Works event, I would choose the event, because I don't need all the negativity over here and like the crazy people that are working at McDonald's or whatever. I'm just joking. I don't have any idea what they're doing with their lives. I would go surround myself with lions. I want to surround myself with like-minded people that lift me higher. You guys are the people that get it. You get my life. You get that I'm a mom and I'm a mom first. Like, I'm a young mom, right? I had Trace at 18. Most of my friends are just now having kids. Okay. So they don't understand. They didn't understand like what I went through because I was the first one to have a kid. Nobody understood me. Nobody understood that I had to stay home and be a mom because most people who have kids at 18 drop their kids and run off and party and do whatever. And that's not me. I'm a mom. And these people don't understand that I want to stay home with my kids. And that I did what I had to do and then I fell in love with it, But my It Works family, they get it. They get that I'm a mom and I'm just trying to hustle and I'm just trying to better my lives. And they just want the best for me. And that's the best thing that's come out of this company for sure. So many good things, but it's just the friendships. Obviously, all the freedoms are great. Obviously, the self-growth is great. But it's like you, Sarah. Every time we're together, we like stay up till like 5 o'clock in the morning, I swear, talking. And I feel so stupid the next day. But that's what I need in my life. I mean, it helps that you're a mom now too, though. Now we can connect on that level too.
Right. Yeah. I'm there with you now.
Right?
Yeah.
Except for you're probably more tired than me.
Just right now. Actually, he's a really good sleeper, so it's fine.
Well, I might sleep better than Braylon then. Oh my gosh. Look at all these comments.
Yeah. The friendships, that was definitely it for me too. Like I joined and I was like, I don't need friends. I have friends. And all of these people are crazy and they dream big and are like super happy and positive all the time. And I don't need that. And then I just decided to let my guard down and actually build connections with these people and build new relationships. Holy crap, these people are awesome. I love having them in my life. And they were something else that they were talking about at the boot camp, and they say it all the time. Like, you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, or something like that. And I realized that, so there's a reason that the people I knew before this business are not in this business with me, because the people that I sucked before It Works. And it was because the people I was surrounding myself with sucked too. And they settled for less. They were comfortable in struggle. They complained. They were drama. They were negative. And so that was me. And then I came into this and that was me for the first few months because I didn't want to change. I didn't want to grow. And then I finally took a step back and I realized that I was holding myself back and I was letting these other people hold me back. And I'm still friends with these people. I have nothing against them, but they're just happy where they are. I'll spend a couple of hours with them and I'll come away with it like, I love them and I want nothing but the best for them, but that is just not where my cup is filled. I feel so fulfilled when I spend a day with my teammates in It Works, my sideline sisters, with you, with Jade, with any of the other girls on our team. So, and that's the beauty of getting to events, because I didn't live in an area where there were other distributors, and I built my business on social media, so my team is spread all over the country. So getting to conference, that was my first time being able to get around people who were on my team. And if you guys can't get to conference, then go to One Team One Missions, go to boot camps in your area and just build those relationships. Find those sideline teammates that you can connect with. And even before, like, I knew Ashley personally, we were talking on Facebook, and now we live like 2 hours from each other, which is cool.
We're practically neighbors. If I could move away from this town, I would. I'd come right to you, but I can't. No, but for real. So Limelight was your first conference too, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what did you take from it that like changed you? Where in Limelight did you just feel like this huge shift, like getting to that event?
Yeah. So I think that was the point. Like, I knew Jade. I went to high school with Jade. So seeing Jade be successful in this, I was like, if Jade can do this and I know her, like, she's a real person, anybody should be able to do this. I should be able to do this. So I saw myself being somewhat successful, but then getting to conference and hearing other people tell their stories on stage, like ambassador diamonds, black diamonds, top leaders in the company, sharing their stories and where they came from and obstacles that they overcame, from people quitting, from missed promotions, from people from their small town hating on them, from, whatever, being afraid to message, having anxiety, depression, different things that they had to deal with. I was like, holy crap. All of these people are top leaders in the company, and they had to go through all of the same crap that I'm going through right now, or that I just came through. So if they can be top leaders, I can be a top leader. And the only difference is, like, between me and them is I have to keep going, and eventually I'm going to get there. So that was a big eye opener for me for going to conference, and then hearing them talk about how, that when you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time that really clicked for me. And it also made me realize that when I was messaging to get customers, it wasn't about me. It wasn't about making the sale. It was about helping somebody get products that they want. When I was messaging about the business to people, it wasn't about me. It wasn't about filling a box on my chart anymore. It was about helping other people come into this business with me and being able to set them up to completely change their life if they wanted to. And I think that was the other thing that I really took away from Limelight.
That's another one of my big aha moments. Kara used to talk about it a lot. She used to say, as soon as you stop making this business about yourself and you make it about other people, that's when you're going to go to a whole nother level. That's what's going to get you there, because it's like karma, like good karma. It's like you're doing something selfless for somebody else, and it just takes it all the way to a whole new place, and it's amazing. But I wanted to, because obviously we love events, guys. We're telling you here how good it makes us feel. But my first event was Limelight 2. Sarah, I did not sit with you. I don't even know where you sat, but I sat. So you walked in, I was like the very front left, like almost the very first row on the left side. Okay.
And the random people that I carpooled with and was staying with in the hotel.
Oh, I had Joey there. I had Kelsey Barnett there. That was it.
Okay.
Fun. But Mark, it was, I don't know what he was talking about, but he started talking about top 100, and he's like, who's going to be on this stage next year? And I'm over there. I am freaking out. I am screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm like crying. I'm like, nee. I'm a triple diamond at this point. Okay. And I'm freaking out. And they announced the double good bonuses, and I started bawling. I'm like, Joey, my mom can get this, because my mom was like homeless, and that's all I could say, because she was very close to diamond. And I was like crying. I'm like, my mom can get these bonuses, because at this point I didn't even think I was going to go presidential, even though like I did the very next month. But anyways, so we walk out of the stage, of the room, and this girl stops me. And she must have been standing by me. She stops me and she said, hey, I'll see you on stage next year, top 100. She stopped me and told me that. And I was like, yeah, you will. And I did. I got to top 100 the next month when I went presidential diamond. Like, I got into Dash right there. And it was so powerful to me that this stranger doesn't know me. I don't know who she was. I don't know if she's still in the company. But she stopped me and she's like, you've got this. You're going to be top 100. Like, she could hear it. She just knew. I knew. And it was such confirmation that these events are so good, because that's the people that are going to take you higher. Don't surround yourself with drama. Don't let that in your head. Don't let that in your thoughts. Don't let the devil take control. Because if you do, then you're going to fail. I put something on my team page the other day. It said, it said mind frame. I'm so bad at retelling things. Okay. But it said your mind frame matters. You can do all the work in the world, and it doesn't matter if your mind frame sucks. It doesn't make a difference, because if your mind frame is sucking and telling you that you suck, you're not going anywhere, you can't do this, you're not going Ruby, whatever it is, if that's what your mind is saying, it doesn't matter if you work or not, because you're not going to get anywhere. Have a good thought process. Know that you've got this. Believe in yourself. manifest these good things to happen because you can do it. You're looking here at Sarah, you're looking here at me, and you see that we've taken our business where we have. There is no limit with this company. There is no limit except for the limit that you set for yourself. So get it out of your mind. Stop letting your mind control your business because it's going to stop it. Everybody struggles with mind frame. I think it said Amanda, it already went away. But whoever said that, everybody struggles with mind frame, but you have to control it. You have to decide, I'm going to control my mind frame, my thoughts. I'm going to control what happens. Decide right now. And whenever these bad thoughts creep up, pray, write something down, write them on paper and burn them, whatever you need to do to get it out of your head. Stop allowing them to come into your head. If it does, turn around, do some self-development. Write down a positive affirmation. Every time those thoughts creep up, get them out. I promise you it makes a difference. I swear to you. I feel very strongly about this. Can you tell?
No, it's definitely the truth, because it was after I did not promote for the first 5 months of my business, and it was truly because of my mindset. And then I finally got around to watching The Secret, which is all about mindset and manifesting. And it's like, if you watch it, it seems super, super corny, but if you just open your mind to the possibility that maybe it actually works and you put it to the test, I promise you it's going to completely change everything. So I watched it and I was like, okay, it says talk about things like they've already happened. And I just started posting like, so I am like an amazing leader. My team is on fire. We are totally killing it right now. Anybody who's joining is being totally set up for success. We're going to the top. This time next year, you're going to see me at the top. By Christmas, you're going to see me as a diamond and stuff like that. And I was just doing it every single day. And it took 2 weeks of doing that every single day before all of a sudden I got 4 messages from people. It was 2 weeks, and then I got 4 messages from people who were like, okay, I've been watching you. I want to sign up as a distributor. They all signed up. I went executive that month, Ruby the next month, Emerald 2 months later, Diamond 2 months after that, and Triple Diamond 2 months after that. So it was after I watched The Secret, 6 months later, I was a Triple Diamond.
The Secret sounds like a crock of doo-doo.
Yeah.
When you're listening, you're like, this is not real. This is so fake, but it is 100% legit. I tried it out, not on my business, but on my child, because she was horrible. Braylon, she just screamed every time we got in the car, and like it would cause me so much anxiety and I would want to throw up. She would just scream. And at this point, she was like almost one, okay? And so I watched The Secret and I started saying, she's fine. She's not screaming, hey, baby.
Who is that?
She's fine. And I would like say it out loud. I'd be like, no, she's fine. And Joey would get in the car and she's crying. And I'm like, she's fine. She's fine. And he's like, no, she's like obviously crying. I'm like, listen, The Secret, I'm working. And I just kept saying it. And not even like a week later, done. Didn't cry in the car anymore. It is so legit. You have to put these positive thoughts out, or you're only going to get negative crap in, okay? You have control. Listen. You have the control. This is not on anybody else, no matter what anybody's posting or saying or whatever. You have control. Take it.
All right. Thank you so much for hopping on tonight. I feel like that was everything that so many of us needed to hear.
Can I have your baby?
You can come visit him.
Emmett. My eyes are so gross. Emmett. Hey, babies. How are you? You love me, I know. Are you sorry. You guys don't have to listen to me talk to the baby. It'll go on forever.
Okay. Well, yeah. Thank you so much. I'm going to end it. Everybody have an awesome night. And thank you, Ashley, so much for taking time out and being on this.
You're welcome. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Night.